Yeah, it's literally the reverse of episode 1 of the first season.
But I don't think
It's the
they are allied with the guys outside, though.
no, I think the guys stealing are. I don't think the well, actually, it's Orb here, so they wouldn't be allied with the Alliance outside. Hey, everybody! Welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta. This is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny. Those who call for war, or something like that.
Those who call for peace.
No, I think you got that wrong. I have way too many windows open. Those who call for war. No, that is the episode title. Those who call for war.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously what we're doing here is that we're re-engaging, right? We're actually in the peace stage right now. So I guess that would have been like what 49 would have been called if it wasn't called something confusing. Because 49 was the 5-minute after season thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the terrorists have attacked. I'm calling them terrorists, so they might be part of a larger organization. Who knows? They're not identifying themselves as of yet.
Yep.
Although, oddly, one of them had green hair, and the only other green-haired person we've seen in the show was Nicole and his mom and dad, who were zaft side people.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I want to say Durka doesn't have green hair. If he turns out to have green hair, literally the guy walking down the street, I'm like, that's not Durka, is it? I don't think so. I think Durka has brown hair. Well, I remember. You don't remember. Oh, sorry. It took you 2 passes to remember Durka on the ranking thing. So
yeah,
even though he was in the show for the whole run, so and is kind of an important character.
Yeah, remember I watched the movie, so most of the time was with Atheron and
he was part of the first 4 people that stole the Gundams. He's part of Atheron's crew. He's during the whole run. He's the one who changes sides. He's the one that kills Haw's boyfriend, and then gets imprisoned, and then changes sides when the orb attacks. Literally, the orb attack there that happened in the first episode of this.
Yeah, that's
where he changes sides and starts helping Orb and our main characters. And then he's just with them. He's also has the conversation with Yazik at the end, where he's trying to convince Yazik to stop fighting. Or Yazik's pissed, points the gun at him. Why are you fighting with them? Are you a traitor? That whole conversation during the last movie.
Needs a killing.
No, you mean Yazik, my boy.
Yes.
Here's a consideration. Just one last thing, I guess, before we get into actual episode thoughts and whatnot. I have been thinking, say, 10 episodes to pick new characters to have ourselves drawn as, considering we're both dead.
Yeah.
Does that seem like a good span of time? That would be like 5 weeks worth of recording to consider. 5 weeks to have characters show up, possibly.
I mean, I'm thinking of going with Lacus, but,
Okay. I mean, hopefully Aris doesn't give her a goatee.
Yeah, that would be weird.
I mean, you're already drawn as a woman, so no judgments.
Where?
I said 10 episodes to pick a character to have yourself drawn as, and you said Lacus. So it's your pick, man. No judgments.
I'll have to think about it. I just don't want to do it to piss you off. Every time you see the overlay, boom, Lacus.
It wouldn't piss me off. It'd just be weird. Also, when we're recording, I'm typically looking at the show, which is this way. The overlay is this direction. And it wouldn't be Lacus. It would be you as Lacus. So it would just be, I assume, Lacus with a goatee and short hair.
I don't know. I don't think that double Ds are a good fit for me. But
I don't think Lacus has double Ds either.
Well, they're showing her.
Are you making a request? I mean, I want Lacus with double Ds and a goatee and short, dark hair.
No. Oh, she has blonde hair.
But you have dark hair. Again, it's you as Lacus. You understand the main thing that the artist does is put your face.
They're showing her pretty naked a lot of the time here. For some reason. Well,
most of the time in the openings, I'm pretty sure that's Marius and Flay that have been shown as naked.
Yeah, but I think this time around is Arthur and Lacus.
Yeah, those weren't double Ds to me. But no defense on that.
I'm not looking for cup size here. So I'm just saying.
Literally, you're the one that called out cup size. The whole double D thing is your debate.
Yeah, well, she's shown as being very busty.
It's very hard to go from I'm going to have double Ds to I'm not calling out cup sizes.
Either way, no, I don't. I think I'll have to choose somebody else.
Like, I have no idea. Like I said, one, I'm going to be figuring a lot of this shit out when I'm doing my notes, because that's when I'm going to really deep dive everything people have said, the text that's on screen, the names that people have said out loud.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I have no fucking idea. We get the dark mask guy in the opening,
who may or may not be a clone of what's his name again? Rao. Yeah.
I'm not above somebody fucking surviving. You know, it happens all the time. Obviously, if I think one of our two guys survived, how did Rao die?
Rao got blown up by the giant laser.
Well, and then your guy is so dead that his helmet was floating in space. So, I mean, implying that
Kira disabled him, and he was like, and then when the laser blew up, it fired. It didn't fire to there. It just fired and one shot and killed him, and then it blew up entirely. But it didn't hit the Earth.
Right. So, yeah, it's hard to defend. Like, Rao survived the super weapon.
The camera points at him like in the like literally this giant laser, and he's like in the middle of the screen, like, oh well.
Yeah, I can't defend against that, but the fact is that Mu also like in the front of two of the was it Dominion's cannons, and then his helmet is floating through space. So it's like I don't know. So yeah, as much as I'd like to think that's one of our guys, probably not. So new guy in helmet.
Yeah. Could be the new bad guy.
Well, it's just like you said, it's Gundam 00.
Could be a clone. It could be another clone.
Could be. But then, I don't know, because the implication is even though Rao was a clone of his dad, he had to get aged. He had to age naturally up to it. So, this has not been long enough that, you know, Kigali or Atherin are super older than they should be.
Well, he was just stashed in somewhere and it was like, wake up, pretty boy.
Oh, you mean like a Palpatine situation? Yeah,
basically.
By which I mean the EU Palpatine, not movie Palpatine.
No.
Where he's got like what was it called? I can't remember. It starts with a W. A planet full of clones of himself. I would hope not. That would be a cheap move. Just to, I had a second clone of my son or myself. One of these two things. Yeah, anyway, I don't know. If I had to lean towards somebody, it's our new Zaft guy that just showed up. The long, dark-haired guy. Maybe it's because I've always wanted long, dark hair. I don't know. But he seems like a cool guy so far. Also, I like the verbal fencing that he's doing.
With Kigali, yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to throw out before we get into this?
Nope. Well, we're about to see a red-eyed dude hopefully kick some ass.
Well, yeah. God, I can't remember his name. It's Hawk, I think is his last name. No, wait, that might have been somebody else.
No, I don't think that's...
No, from the board? No, the Hawk... sorry, remember we were talking about the board, and I was mentioning, these are the people that only showed up in the HD remaster to imply that they were here. Yeah, the Hawk family is not that guy. Well, might be that guy. I think that's the guy from the flashback. His family got killed. Yeah. In which case, the Hawk family is two different people, because I'm now remembering on the board... the sister is alive in the Hawk family. So that's not them. If that's...
he's still carrying the cell phone. The cell phone that was a flip phone. So that tells you when this was made. You know?
I mean, early 2000s, yeah. But, yeah.
In the far future, we'll still be using flip phones.
Well, I mean, in the far future...
Oh, not far future. No, it's an alternate timeline, so, yeah.
I mean, in the far future, visual technology is always horrible, too. It's easier to make everything like CRT monitors, even though it's the far future. Anyway, the only way to know is by knowing, so let's go ahead and get on into it.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
on top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
Unfiltered.
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
The 18-month war. We're 6 months better than Universal Century is what they're trying to say. Also, this is the same opening we got before. It's Eileen.
強すぎる力はまた争いを呼ぶ。
いいえ、姫。争いがなくならぬから力が必要なのです。
He's not wrong.
来い。こんなところで君を死なせるわけにいくか。
Again, you say shit like that. It's like, where would you prefer I die?
もう一気。
So it's the Darth Maul Gundam. Oh, that's right. The first episode did give us an opening too, didn't it? No, it must not, because we didn't see the we didn't see the merging Gundam thing before. We would have commented before it happened.
Yeah. Oh, this is a different song.
Although he has Birdie. And that was Haw, so Haw is still here. Lacus is dressed like I don't know what. I never understand the shirts that do the thing where you expose the sides of your stomach, but hide your belly button. Like that's the thing. Yeah, we did see an opening last time. That's right.
Yeah. We didn't see the combiner. I think that's what.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was the Hawk girl was right there. She was doing communication.
Oh
well,
no, those are
at the very
not.
least. I know that now that
Those are-
Athrun
yeah,
and
those are-
Kigali are Ken dolls, and that they have no genitals.
I don't think that's Kigali. I think that's the girl that was dancing on that was dancing for a minute turned to be the terrorist, and that our new guy because he has red eyes.
Well, I'll find out later when I go to do my notes in the editing.
Yeah.
Either way, no genitals.
Those who call for a war. Yeah, you were right.
Well, yeah, it's in the file title, so. Yep, phase armor's still a thing. Now, I doubt these are all going to be the new generation of Gundam. Because the new generation of Gundam, if you remember, had nuclear power. Yeah, fair enough. How did these guys get from the shopping district to on the base?
They got sneaked in by some soldiers.
Oh, that's
Remember
right,
they
yeah.
rounded them.
演習でもないのよ。気を引き締めなさい。強奪部隊ならば外に母艦がいるはずです。そちらは
Oh,
There it is.
we used the Blitz technology on a ship. That's how far advanced we are. If you remember, the Blitz is the one that could stealth. The Gundam that could stealth.
Yeah, those look like Zaft guys.
No, actually, I think these are Earth Alliance. No, I mean, but he's wearing like a zaft uniform. But that's Earth Alliance, so. Yeah, no, the real basic-looking ones are Earth Alliance outfits.
Yeah.
So the guys with the shields and the giant guns were super basic-looking. Yeah. I don't know how Earth Alliance ship is using Blitz technology. Well, I guess technically that was an orb technology, so anybody could have it. But it was zaft that would have reverse engineered it. Frederick, are you alive again? That dude looked exactly like Frederick. Long blonde hair.
They look like gun cannons.
I mean, if this was Universal Century, I would say it looks like a general model with gun cannon back. I only say that due to Gundam Evolution, that video game. Yeah, so I was right. The black ones were Alliance. So the Alliance made a stealth attack unit.
Okay, so these guys were stealing.
Yeah, it's literally the reverse of episode 1 of the first season.
But I don't think
It's the
they are allied with the guys outside, though.
no, I think the guys stealing are. I don't think the well, actually, it's Orb here, so they wouldn't be allied with the Alliance outside. No, I mean, obviously, it's just the reverse of the first episode of the first season.
Yeah.
The Alliance is stealing the advanced zaft mobile suit technology. Oh, that was an advanced Jin. I am confused of where they got the stealth tech, because it would have been Zaft that reverse engineered it, but if they're stealing shit from Zaft already... That was like a chest cannon thing from Atherin's original Gundam. Yeah, at the end of the day, Atherin, you are from Zaft. It makes sense. What the fuck?
Oh, she wasn't strapped in.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
just like, we didn't see her, I guess. Maybe I was talking when she got her head bashed into a wall. Something's better than nothing. I hate these subtitles when they keep popping up onto the top. Oh, that's right. Guazes are the upgraded Jins.
I don't think if an explosion is close enough, you can protect with your bodies.
Well, I think you can. I mean, they're gonna die, but you might be body shielding enough. Same concept of throwing yourself on a grenade.
スもガイアもアビスも。こ
いつなぜ落ちない。
It does put me in a somewhat awkward position. You know, typically I always side with the bad guys.
Yeah.
Because typically I don't know how their plot's gonna go and they have a higher chance to die, and I prefer people with the odds are against them. But since season 1, I've already put myself on Zaft's side, and now Zaft seems to be the main characters. So... Okay, so they are first-generation Gundams again. It would feel really weird if they were the nuclear-powered ones.
Oh.
Is she freaking out, or is she like the 3 original Alliance Gundam pilots? Where they have like a thing. No, she's just freaking out. Okay. Yeah, because you know our artificial coordinator guys from the Alliance side last time would also have those like freak out flash sort of things. But those were like drug related or something. She just seemed to be like anxiety or crazy. No worries, I just let you sleep off a concussion. That's how you handle that, right?
Yeah.
For your audience out there, no, that's not how you handle that. I guess at the very least, they're not firing directly at the plant. They're just attacking the military. Did they call him Neo? I'm assuming they were referring to this guy when they were saying that I'll have to tell Neo something. Dude's taking good means to make himself look evil.
Yeah. You might be right about the clone thing. Dude's got blonde hair. The girl who's freaking out about dying has blonde hair. She might be a clone. They might all be clones. Also, how much shit does she have in her hair that it gets stick like that? That is Ramus, right? Yeah. No, I think she's somebody new. That looks like that guy's not gonna make it to the ship.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. The unfortunate, I just said, oh, that's the guy I kind of like. Dies on his way to the ship.
Oh, he has a fighter thing. Mula Flaga? Our new Mula Flaga? But on the...
I said, you could be right about the clone thing.
And we got the Flash, too.
Well, the thing is that Mu only had the Flash when it came to Rao. Because they were connected. Take us beam destructo discs.
ミネルヴァフォース司令塔艦長
許可します。射出して。もう機密
Oh yeah, that's right. Couldn't be Ramus. I confused her white outfit for the Earth Alliance white outfit for a second. She's wearing the white outfit of zaft. There's no chance that Ramus joined zaft.
いい加減しつこい。
フォースシルエット射出シークエンスを開始します。オールシステムズ GO。シルエットフライヤーをプラットフォームにセットします。
Okay, is that the power-up system that they used at the end of Seed? But they use that on the 3x Gundams. These guys are just normal generation Gundams.
I don't think the.
Oh no, this is the G fighter for Seed.
Yeah.
I say, oh thank God they're not firing at the plant, and here she is from the inside, trying to fire her way out.
やらせるかよ。
I guess also implying that the plants are armored, because she isn't being able to break through it yet. Okay, they're all that way now. Okay. Kind of what I actually expected the G Fighter to be in Universal Century when it showed up.
こいつは装備を乾燥する。
I mean, it does look a whole hell of a lot like the Strike or the Freedom, I guess.
けどだからって。
See, that shot would have blown right through Heliopolis.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you quick seal that shit?
危険域です。最大であと300。
インパルスまで失うわけにはいきません。ミネルヴァ発進させます。
頼む、タリア。
So now we have the two ships as well. This is the SAF ship and then the Federation ship, which is based on all of them based on the Archangel.
そこの2人動くな。
ミネルヴァ発進シークエンススタート。本艦はこれより戦闘ステータスに。
Well, remember, the Archangel is itself based on an orb ship. That's why the confusing bit of they're saying that you're using all this orb stuff, but everybody apparently stole from orb.
タリア、とても残って報告を待っていられる状況ではないよ。
しかし、
私には権限もあれば義務もある。私も行く。許可してくれ。
本艦はこれより発進します。各員所定の作業についてください。繰り返します。本艦はこれより
動くな。
発進します。
なんだお前たちは。
所定の作業について
軍のものではないな。なぜその機体に乗っている？
I literally just jumped into it.
銃を下ろせ。こちらはオーブ連合首長国代表カガリウラ・アスハシだ。俺はツインのアレックス・ディノ。
I'm sorry, what?
議長との会見中騒ぎに巻き
He's lying. He's lying about who he is.
ならないままこの機体を
Because they probably recognize who he is because of who his father was.
代表は怪我もされている。
Yeah,
議長
yeah.
はこちらに入られたのだろう。お目にかかりたい。
So I was going to go to my normal example of changing your names after a certain event in history, but I'm trying to avoid those examples anymore.
なるほどね。 これは確かに俺のミスかな。
死んでない私大丈夫よねステラ。
ロアノーク大佐より入電。ガーティールーはブルー18。
What if they found Moo's dead body and cloned him?
Could be.
And they have some sort of like psychological problem because they know that they cloned from a dead person. I only say Moo because we already covered how Rao got hit by the super weapon, so
Yeah.
and those people like pop like balloons, so there's be nothing left of Rao.
Yeah. Sure, there's repair crews coming in to try to fix that hole, otherwise everybody's dead.
ミネルヴァ発進コンディションレッド発令コンディションレッド発令。
I like the fact that this time around, unlike in 79, they're the ones chasing the guys who sold the thing. Well, the Archangel was the one that was being chased. Yeah. He
I
said
mean,
the
it's
name.
literally... It's a literal complete inversion because it was the Archangel with one Gundam on it being chased, and now they have one gun. Well, actually, they have a bunch of Gundams, but they're chasing the 4 Gundam ship now. This is a nightmare, by the way, for people who are like good with silhouettes.
Yeah.
Because now the silhouettes of each side have changed. Like the Nazca is still a Zaft thing, but now we got this. Oh, never mind. This doesn't look anything like. Well, it sort of does. The top looks like the Archangel or the Dominion, but the bottom half looks.
It's just singular
like
as
a
opposed to be the
torpedo.
2 pods. Yeah. Doesn't have the 2 pods that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, everybody stole something weird. It's not. Zaft didn't steal a lot from Orb, it feels like. And it's like. Well, I guess they did, technically. Zaft made mobile suits first, then Orb made mobile suits, then Orb made the Gundams, and then Zaft, the original designer of the mobile suits, reverse engineered the Gundams and made better Gundams. But I guess the weird thing to me is that the Zaft stole the Blitz, reversed engineered everything out of it, but it's the Alliance that has the stealth technology that the Blitz used. Even though Zaft had the Blitz.
Are they really Alliance?
They're
They
in
look
an
like
Alliance
Alliance.
ship wearing Alliance uniforms.
But they didn't recognize the silhouette or the infrared.
They were cloaked.
No, but after they got
Well, hold on,
after they
watch this. Hold
decloaked.
on, hold on.
それは何かの目覚めの合図か。出会う若き戦士が瞳の奥に隠すものは。次回機動戦士ガンダムシードデスティニー予兆の方か。期間最大発進せよミネルヴァ。
Okay.
Now those chambers look interesting. The chambers that apparently these guys were sleeping in, like those round circle things.
I was not paying attention to the background. I was literally, for some reason, looking at every character's eyes. I don't know why. Probably they said when they said something about when you look into each other's eyes, or something will be revealed. When they were talking, I was like, okay, I got nothing. I got distracted in the thing I was trying to pay attention to.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna call it right now. That blonde girl either is gonna die, and our hero's gonna kill her, and it's gonna be very dramatic because they're probably gonna cross press again, or she is going to join the Saf side. He's gonna reach to her. She's like, "Oh no, I was wrong," whatever, blah blah blah, and she's gonna join, and so she's gonna be the betrayer, and then the other teammates are gonna try to kill her, and blah 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 blah.
I don't know. Everything you're saying feels like a long-term expectation.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm not saying it's going to
to
happen in the next episode. I'm saying eventually that's what's going to happen.
Well, I try to keep my guesses to like the next 5 to 10, or what I think the next 5 or 10 are going to be, because I can see your thing happening like at the end of the season. You know, some sort of long-term back and forth between them turns into like a Yazik Durka thing.
More like an Arthur and Kira thing, but in this case, you know, instead of being best friends, they fall in love.
I don't know. Again, I'm not gonna try and guess the long. I guess unless you think my clone thing is a long-term guess, but I think that's just trying to figure out who those
chambers
people
that we
are.
saw. I think either they're clones or they're modified somehow. That's why they were able to jump around and do all the gun kind of thing, because, you know, they are coordinators, but they're like literally either they be modified as they grew up, and also that what he said about dying triggered her something about her. Either it's PTSD or it's a command word of some sort.
Well, if you remember the 3 Alliance Gundam pilots, they were being called living computers, and they had to take drugs and everything to be able to work effectively. And then when the drugs started wearing off, they go through like these pain cycles. Where originally when me and Justin were watching it, we thought they were being tortured when it actually was withdrawal that they were going through.
But this was not. It doesn't seem to be drug induced. It seems like, he said something deliberately, like, she wouldn't stop. I said this because she wouldn't stop. Like, are you alive?
I get what you're saying
die?
there.
Yeah.
I was talking about it too.
Yeah,
but I couldn't figure out if because the way that she was like painted the way she was animated when she was responding to it was the same way that those 3 guys were animated when they were going through withdrawals. Yeah, but I even said at the end that it was like a freak out thing and not a drug withdrawal thing. It's just, I don't know. We are in the same place that we were, where me and Griffin and me and Justin were in the first 3 episodes of original Seed. There is just not a lot of information put out there yet, and that they're treating you like you know everything and not just giving you exposition, which I appreciate. It just takes a little bit longer to figure everything out. Because, normally in this scenario, my answer would be, okay, let's watch the next episode. But we will only watch 2 back to back, so kind of got to wait. In which case, I do also kind of like the aspect of not knowing and having the time to just try and figure it out. Because there's more payoff to, the guessing game. Rather
Either
than
way, I'm
just
liking
knowing.
it. I'm like, it could turn to shit in any moment, but so far I'm liking it.
Yeah, again, I'm just in the weird position now. The main characters are in the faction that I already picked to root for, right? Yeah. So my normal thing of not liking the main characters because they got plot armor and whatnot is now turned on its face for me, because I've already chosen zaft as my faction.
I do like the fact that they set up the situation where, yes, you have this philosophical discussion in the first episode, but like you said, whatever you fall on that, Saf is still the victim of the attack and not the ones who attacked. So even if you're saying, well, maybe you're encouraged this, it's still a situation where, but we didn't pull the trigger, right? We didn't send the terrorists to attack us or steal our stuff. We didn't send the ship to attack my fleet, right?
My debate falls more on the multi-seasonal story than just what happened in episode 1, because at the end of the day, we can't ignore the fact that this is part or a follow-up to a different show. So it's not so much zaft didn't attack itself, but also that whole thing that Patrick did, it still exists in the world. We can't ignore the fact that they tried to kill everybody on Earth.
Yeah.
But then again, they are the victims of that too.
Because they got at least one of their sides nuked, right? And the persecution of the coordinators and everything.
Yeah, they ran to space as a result of the persecution on Earth. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you can't ignore all of the past, right? You like to think that you can start over again, and then there's a 0 moment at which point it's like, oh, you just attacked us out of the blue. It's like, well, no. These guys might be like some people who lost people in the last battle, because that's the thing that we never answered. How do you solve for people getting revenge on each other?
Although, even though we set up in the main character, who I forgot his name is, Red Eyes. I'm going to call him Red Eyes until I remember. Shin.
With two
Shin Red
N's,
Eyes.
by the way.
Shin.
Well, that's how they said it every time, by the way.
Yeah. He has a strong motivation for revenge, right? Because his family got killed in front of him, and we see how gory it is. But when he gets in the Gundam, it's like, why do you want to start this war again, right? So,
well,
his motivation
suggested that his motivation would clearly be for revenge, but it very much seems like maybe he is the answer. Whatever happened to him between the fight at Orb, where he lost everything, and graduating from the academy and becoming the guy who says, why would you want to start the war again? Whatever he went through in between would be the answer to, how do we stop the revenge thing? Ironically, I was just watching a video about Sid from Toy Story. Well, in movie 1, he finds out that the toys are alive and hate him, and then movie 3, he's a trash guy a garbage man who's happy with his life and just dancing around, hat full of joy. And it's like, how do you go from finding out toys are real, hate you for everything that you've done, whatever psychological damage you've done there, to a guy who's happy with his life? Whatever happened in between those things is something very important that we should explore. Same thing for Shin. How does he go from losing everything, psychologically tortured by literal gore and horror in front of him, screaming to the heavens, to the guy who doesn't want people to seek revenge?
Oh, not necessarily seek revenge. I think the idea, because of course war is tied to revenge here in this story.
Well, if he's asking why would you want to start revenge, it acknowledges the fact that he would not even think that revenge would be a reason to start war again. Otherwise, why would you be asking?
Well, he doesn't know the motivation for why they. We don't know the motivation. If the motivation of whoever. I don't think it's not possible.
It's not a question. Is what I'm getting at. It's an expletive of exasperation. Why would you want to start the war again? As though I don't want to start the war again, and I have a reason. Why would you want to start the war again? I'm not asking you to actually tell me. I'm just so exasperated that I'm shouting this out.
Yeah. Well, maybe it could really be that his realization is that war is horrible, right? And this is what happens in war, and I don't want other people to go through what I just went through.
Yeah,
so he's willing to fight to prevent that, right?
Right. Well, I'm just saying that whatever the journey was that he went through to attain that realization is the thing that we should be trying to put all the other characters of the show through, right? Because even Kira and Athrun haven't gotten through the how do we stop people from trying to get revenge on each other thing. Kigali herself is still like, they fucking killed my dad, or they caused my dad to kill himself, or whatever the case might actually be in that scenario.
Still, I think it's surprising that that's where the writers went with it, because it's a interesting subversion that is still plausible, right? Usually in these stories is like we just said, oh, you killed my father, prepare to die kind of situation. He was like
Inigo Montoya.
Exactly. Motherfuckers, do you not realize what you're doing? Right?
Well, yeah, we saw him on the dock, and we both thought, okay, this is going to be our bad guy. This is going to be his revenge story for the loss of his family. And then he shows up, and oh no, he's the good guy. He took that moment of, I guess, writer laziness, where we thought the writers were going to be lazy and do the clear and obvious thing, and they're going to turn it on its head to make him the one who's going to warn everybody else. Don't do this. Here's why. Right? Instead of the guys who actually showed up during the Orb conflict, because during that Orb fight, there was guys landing in, I can't remember. It's a South American place where they had another launch site.
Panama.
Yeah, Panama. About, such and such name died in Alaska. They're shouting out their revenge stories as they're killing people.
Yeah.
And he's shouting out why. So.
Which would lead me to believe that that's how he gets to that girl. Because specifically what they say about it is like, are you alive or are you dead? And he's like, no, I'm alive. As if she has experienced similar trauma, right? It could be that they have implanted memories.
Literally, we are so far into this whole genetic thing.
Yeah.
With coordinators and clones and everything. Literally anything can be on the table at the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing where you open that Pandora's box and, but it's not a Pandora's box. It's pretty interesting.
It is actually a Pandora's box. It is because the Pandora's box here is the Pandora's box, instead of all the world's terrors and fears and whatnot, is possibility. The Pandora's box is possibility, in which you open it up and everything is possible. And as the saying goes, when everything is possible, nothing is interesting. So we need everything possible to get out of there so that we're left with what's actually possible. We need to limit the possibilities. We need to get rid of some of those possibilities, narrow them down to what the show says is possible, so that it's more interesting to work within the framework.
Yeah, true.
People like the people that make movies, they have a really small budget and they're like, we can't possibly make the movie we want to make on this budget. And they get super fucking creative to make things possible. That's what we need to find out. Can they implant memories? It hasn't happened before. But is it possible? Yeah, anything's possible. We need somebody to say, no, that's never been done before. Or, some indication.
Or if it happens, it has side effects, right? We have cloning. Yeah,
or have
cloning
have her be the first example of it, and use her as no, we can't implant memories. We tried it before. Points back to her, who's freaking out in the background. Am I dead? No, I'm alive.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. Like you said, I need a limiter here just to make things more reasonable. Also, we're in the early episodes, as I said, just like the first season.
How many episodes is it? Like 50 episodes?
Yeah, I think this is another 50. Or this might be a little bit shorter. Actually, I have the thing open. It might be shorter because the HD remaster, at least in the original, shortened things out. Let me see. Nope, 50 episodes. 50 episodes in the HD remaster, which is what we're doing.
Yeah, and they announced a new movie also after this, so yeah.
A new movie already came out. So when you say a new movie after this, they announced a new movie. There is already a movie that literally came out January of this year.
Oh, okay. So that must have been the one that I saw, but because I saw an announcement for a new movie.
We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
But literally came out 2 days after my birthday. But by that time, I also hadn't seen any of Seed before, so it didn't matter to me. But no, I mean, after this, we have Stargazer, which happens at the same time as this show. But obviously, that's the side content, so don't want to spoil anything for this show for having watched Stargazer. And then after Stargazer is the movie. So we are officially, I don't know how many episodes of Stargazer there are. I think I have the folder on my computer.
I will say that in spite of all the things that I found confusing about the movie, especially the first two, there's just enough there to get a grasp of what's happening here. Just enough. Because they did a good thing where they introduced old characters, but also introduced new characters. We're like, I remember that guy. So, okay, that those old characters serves as anchors for understanding the relationship with the new character, especially that discussion at the beginning. Because if you just rely on, we had a peace treaty and whatever, it's like, okay, so what? But when they're having that philosophical discussion, I think that's what's supposed to set up the overall narrative. Where do you go for self-defense versus waging a war? All those questions that come up.
I don't know. I guess my point of view is always typically based, right? Like, I have a certain point of view, and it sticks no matter what happens on screen, right? You'll have this whole debate with me about who's culpable here, for the people making the weapons or the people that want to use the weapons against them. The weapons didn't exist in the first place. And I'm always like, nope, this is my standpoint. It stands no matter what happens. So I don't really have much in the way of the philosophical debate. Usually it's you have a point of view that you develop as things happen, and then I argue with you. So I'm not arguing against it. I mean, I'm down for a debate. I just think that my point of view is always pretty set. Unless
I like the fact that the show, just like the original Gundam, actually encourages that kind of thinking, right?
Yeah, I mean, it would be worse off if everything was so
straightforward
or one-sided that there was no opposite point of view. Like if the bad guys were just like twirling mustaches, and, so obviously bad. But again, we don't actually know the motivations that are happening here to even suggest that they are just 100% bad.
Or what lines are willing to cross, I think it is. And have they gone to a point of no return?
I mean, well, I'm saying we don't know what they're up to. Like, next episode, we could show that the guy I said I liked could be a literal fucking Nazi. And these guys are like, we need to steal the Gundams to, like, release all the hostages he's got on Earth. It's like, we don't know the world building going on yet. You can't judge somebody for being bad just because one group is hostile from the outset. We don't know where the hostilities come from.
True.
What I was going to say is we have like 51 episodes left in total, and then the movie, because there's like 3 episodes of Stargazer, it seems. And not for nothing, but it seems like the thing I have for it, they're all in one thing. So, but yeah, we're close to halfway. By the next week's recording, we'll be halfway through Gundam Seed.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that is everything then. So once again, I am Theta. This is Lessons. We've been Stone-Faced Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?